Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. You know, I've been hooked on General Hospital for more years than I care to admit. At my age, these characters feel like old friends I catch up with every afternoon. So when big news like this drops, it really hits me right in the heart. The whole online community is buzzing right now about Kate Mansi leaving her role as Christina Corinthos Davis. She's only been playing the part since 2023, but let me tell you, she made that character her own real quick. I remember thinking when she first started, this girl's got fire. Christina has always been such a passionate, complicated young woman, full of love, drama, and big emotions, and Kate brought all of that to life so naturally. Just this past Sunday night, May 24th, she dropped a story on her Instagram that got everyone talking. It was a lovely picture of a balcony under the London moonlight. She wrote something like, "Good night, London moon, more tomorrow." Oh boy, that little message had fans guessing all night long. Then bright and early the next morning, Monday the 25th, she posted a video of herself sitting in her car wearing those big sunglasses and smiling from ear to ear. The caption said, "Got some exciting news to share." I saw that and couldn't help but smile myself. Even though I'm just a regular guy sitting in my living room, I felt genuinely happy for her. You can tell she's excited about whatever's coming next. That kind of smile doesn't lie. Still, I have to admit, there's a little sadness mixed in. Christina Corinthos Davis has been through so much on the show. Family troubles, love stories, heartbreak, and big decisions. I've watched her grow and struggle, and Kate played every bit of it with real heart. In a way, that's what I love most about General Hospital. These stories go on for years, and the actors become part of our daily lives. When someone leaves, it feels like a family member moving to another city. You're happy for them, but you sure will miss seeing their face every day. I'm already wondering how the writers are going to handle Christina's exit. Will they send her off on some big adventure, maybe a new chapter in her life that takes her away from Port Charles for a while? Or will they bring in someone new to take over the role? With GH, you never really know, and that's half the fun. I've seen a lot of these comings and goings over the decades, and one thing I've learned is that the show always finds a way to keep things interesting. The Corinthos family has enough drama to fill 10 lifetimes, and I'm sure they'll keep us glued to the screen no matter what. Still, I'm real curious to hear what Kate's big announcement is. She looks happy and ready for something new, and that makes me root for her even more. Whatever path she chooses, I hope it brings her joy and success. And as for us fans, well, we'll keep watching, just like we always do. What about you folks? Have you been following this news too? I'd love to hear what you think about Christina leaving. These stories sure do keep life interesting, don't they? You know, I've been turning this news over in my mind all day, and I have to tell you, it makes me feel a whole lot better knowing that Kate Mansi wasn't pushed out or fired from General Hospital. Nope, from everything I've read, she made the decision herself not to renew her contract. That's a big difference, isn't it? In this business, you hear so many tough stories about actors getting let go, so I was relieved to hear she chose this path on her own terms. She came right out and said the decision was really hard for her. I believe that playing Christina Corinthos Davis these past 3 years couldn't have been easy. That girl is always in the middle of some kind of storm in Port Charles. Kate mentioned that all the traveling back and forth was starting to wear her down. Lord, I understand that completely. When you get to my age, you start thinking twice about spending half your life on planes and in hotels. Family time becomes more precious than anything. And let me tell you about her husband, Matt McInnes. He's a producer working on a big television series overseas right now. That probably had a lot to do with her choice. I can just picture it, wanting to be closer to the person you love instead of always saying goodbye at the airport. It's actually kind of romantic when you think about it. She wants to support his dreams while chasing some of her own, and I respect that a lot. At the same time, she talked about finally having time to focus on other projects that she's excited about. I keep wondering if that's the exciting news she was smiling about in that car video. She looked so happy sitting there with her sunglasses on, like a woman who's about to start a brand new chapter. I still remember when Kate first stepped into Christina's shoes 3 years ago. She was following Lexi Ainsworth, who had played the role for a long time, going all the way back to 2009. That's a lot of history to live up to. Some fans were nervous about the change, but Kate brought her own special energy to the character. She made Christina feel fresh and alive again, that mix of fire, vulnerability, and big heart that we've come to love. Before she joined General Hospital, I already knew Kate pretty well from her days on Days of Our Lives. She was fantastic as Abigail Devereaux DiMera. Many of us fans adored her in that role. She has this warm, strong way of acting that pulls you right into the story. You could feel every emotion she was going through. So when she came over to GH, I was genuinely thrilled to see her again. She didn't disappoint. She gave Christina real depth during some very dramatic times in the Corinthos family. If I'm being honest with you, I've got mixed feelings about all this. On one hand, my heart feels a little heavy because I'm really going to miss seeing Kate on my screen every day as Christina. She brought something special to that role, a kind of passion and honesty that made you root for the character even when she was making mistakes. On the other hand, I'm truly happy for Kate. She looks excited and at peace with her decision. That big smile in her Instagram video tells me she's heading towards something good. Life is short, and I always say you got to chase the things that light you up inside. These long-running soap operas are funny that way. Actors come and go, but the town of Port Charles keeps spinning its stories. I'm real curious to see how the writers are going to send Christina off. Will they give her a big dramatic exit or something quieter? And more than anything, I can't wait to hear what Kate's big announcement is. Whatever it is, maybe a new show, a movie, or something completely different, I'll be cheering her on from my living room. At the end of the day, that's what matters most. We get attached to these characters and the wonderful people who play them, but we also want the best for the actors in real life. Kate seems like a good, hardworking woman who deserves every bit of happiness coming her way. What about you? Have you been following Kate's journey on General Hospital? Are you sad to see her go, or are you excited to see what she does next? I'd love to know how you're feeling about all this. As I sit here thinking about Kate's journey, it brings back a lot of good memories. Days of Our Lives was actually her very first daytime television job. She started playing Abigail back in 2011 and stayed until 2016. Then she came back again on the Peacock version from 2018 to 2020. And let me tell you, she was wonderful in that role. During her time on Duel, she even won 2 Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress. That's something to be real proud of, isn't it? She earned every bit of that recognition. Now, with all this excitement about her big announcement, I can't help but wonder, could this mean she's heading back to familiar ground in Salem? Oh, wouldn't that be something special? A lot of us fans would love to see her return as Abigail, but like I always say, only time will tell. These actors have their own paths, and we just get to enjoy the ride. From what I've heard, Kate actually finished filming her final scenes for General Hospital back in April. So it won't be long now before we see Christina Corinthos Davis say goodbye to Port Charles. My heart feels a little heavy thinking about that, but I'm trying to stay positive. She gave us 3 good years, and I'm grateful for every minute of it. At the end of the day, I'm really happy for Kate. She seems like a kind, talented woman who's ready for whatever comes next. Whether she returns to Salem, takes on a brand new project, or just spends more time with her husband, I'll be rooting for her all the way. That's what matters most to me. These soap operas have been part of my life for so long, and they always find a way to keep us coming back, so I'll keep watching, just like you probably will too. Life's full of changes, but the stories and the wonderful people who tell them always stay close to our hearts. What do you think, my friends? Do you hope Kate goes back to Days of Our Lives, or are you excited to see her in something completely new? I'd love to hear your thoughts.